but there, we cannot ignore the elephant in the room. I said that this was the good, the bad, and the ugly for the Tea Party movement. Unfortunately, there was another event. There was an event in the Little Rock Amphitheater last night, and it was sponsored by what was it, Bob Porto? Arkansas Tea Party Incorporated?
Yeah, I believe that's the name they go by.
Did you attend that event, sir?
I did attend that event. Do you want me to?
Please tell us what you saw. Yes.
Well, I was co-chair in the development of the Tax Day Tea Party, which was a gathering at the state capitol, and there was approximately 25 to 3,000 people that showed up. It was a great success.
It was. I remember that was one of the highlights of the state. Yes.
Yeah, it was a wonderful success. So after that, the Arkansas Tea Party, the founder, co-chair, Tom Cox, formed a corporation and formed it as a 527. I actually was on the board, and then I resigned from it. I saw that the intent was to potentially use that as a stepping stone for what occurred last night. And as a true activist and not seeking for any kind of office, I had to go ahead and excuse myself from that because it was just something that I felt we should remain a grassroots organization with the Tea Party. At that particular point, I went ahead and started the Ning side of the Central Arkansas Tea Party. It's wonderful that we have people who want to come out of the ranks of the Tea Party movement and want to run for office. I think that is a testament to the fact that we're bringing from the people new leaders. And last night at the downtown Little Rock, the Arkansas Tea Party group, which I guess they're pretty much a standalone outfit. They haven't connected with our groups of the coalition. They pretty much are on their own, formed a gathering, and then I didn't show up until about 7. I had other things that I had to do. But when I did arrive, I was able to listen to talk show host Dave Ellswick come on, and then I was able to listen to Tom Cox, and it appeared that it became a gathering for people who don't know the difference about our Tea Party, and they were gathering to find out about what can they do as a grassroots movement. I believe that all citizens are empowered, and I believe that they need to have an outlet that they can come together and look to see what they can do. The misconception in the Arkansas Tea Party is that they represent the whole state. And without attending...
That's a very important point. So let's back up a little bit there. I just put a link on the chat site where you can go see an article about this and go to the site. But what happened was the website that got reserved was Arkansas Tea Party Inc., which billed itself as the official website of the Arkansas Tea Party effort. Now, I thought that was a little bit presumptuous because right now there are people from all counties. And this was, these Tom Cox and Bob Porto, they did the Tax Day Tea Party event, and it was a spectacular success. So, but that was Pulaski County, and from there, I'm afraid Mr. Cox, it may have gone to his head a little bit, but he's claiming he got this website, he formed this 501c, and says this is the official website of the Arkansas Tea Party effort, and I'd like to know according to who, because in Russellville, in Russellville, the Tea Party leaders from around the state have been trying to work out a protocol, a way to deal with one another and treat with one another as equals without a central leader, because personal ambition and centralized leadership have been in the way of success of grassroots movements in the past. And so most of the state Tea Parties are trying to do that. You got this one guy in central Arkansas, and not only does he proclaim himself the official website of the Arkansas Tea Party effort, if you scroll down on his page, which is arkansasteaparty.com, it has a picture of him on a yacht, and it says chairman and leader for this organization, Thomas F. Cox. So apparently is. I joked before the show. He's the Kim Jong Il of the Arkansas Tea Party. He's the dear leader of the Arkansas Tea Party. But there is no leader. It is a grassroots movement. We're all brothers. We are working together as brothers. And if we keep that in mind, if it's about service to one another instead of who the leader is, then we've got a chance to do some good. But you were at that event last night. How did it compare to the tax day event, Bob?
Well, I'd like to just reiterate just a little bit more about that, because that is the appearance of how the majority of the people, at least in Little Rock, see it, and they don't understand. They assume that that's the representation of the whole state. And I even had a phone call afterwards with a very active supporter who did not see my particular name on the event and wanted to know why and wanted to get an explanation of what went on. And he was very displeased, and he was under the impression that this represented the whole state when he used the platform to announce his candidacy. Now, it's important for us to understand, I think, at least bring to the table, that we need to be unified. I don't think that we need to have division among all the Tea Parties. It's my understanding that we have reached out to this group of those leaders in that organization, but they haven't communicated with us. And so we've gone through the effort of trying to develop a relationship to no avail. Now Tom is stepping down from that organization, and I don't know who he's turning that organization over to. But if anybody's there listening, then we would like to develop a relationship, but there's some fundamental issues that we need to get cleared up, and that is that it's not an Arkansas Tea Party group in Little Rock. And we purposely named ours as the Central Arkansas Tea Party, and specifically just through some counties. And I like Lori's concept and our idea of county by county, to where we teach and duplicate through the committees the ability for the citizens to plug into their community so that we can change everything at a local level. Go to quorum courts, go to the school boards, go to the city hall meetings, get the budgets, find who needs to be opposed or who should run. And we're excited that the people should rise up from the ranks of the Tea Party. It's just premature for us, I believe, as grassroots activists to endorse anybody before anything happens, and then even wait through the primaries to the general and have our act together so that we can help support them as they enter our cities and our counties. And
Bob, I think we forgot to mention something. We forgot to mention something very important here. At that event last night, did we ever say that Tom Cox did a little bait and switch and used the event to announce his run for U.S. Senate against Senator Blanche Lincoln? Did we ever say that, guys?
You just did.
Okay. I just want to make sure that, because some callers might not know that, and they may be saying, gee, where's the personal ambition coming on? Who jumped the gun here? And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about starting this website and then claiming authority for the whole state, unauthorized by the rest of us who work just as hard, and then inviting people there under the pretense that they were for a grassroots effort and it was going to be a Tea Party event with education and with entertainment, and then boom, they got surprised by this announcement for U.S. Senate.